All right, man. So we're gonna talk about alpha male. Would you
Okay,
consider
Alpha Bell, yeah.
would you consider yourself an alpha male? And this is kind of branching off of the topic from the last show where we were talking about like male loneliness and shit like that.
Alpha male is in shape. Alpha male is able to support himself and his kids, right?
Hmm.
Alphas usually, bare minimum, can get shelter or build a shelter, able to clothe themselves and stay in physical shape too. So I think alphas too are non-violent. Like they're not quick to violence, even if you are in shape or strong, you're not quick to violence. So I would consider myself practicing working on being an alpha male daily.
Daily alpha. You're a daily alpha
Yeah, like trying to practice on being a better version of myself daily for sure. Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm. For sure. Yeah.
So growing up, I used to always hear about this alpha. I guess is what's alpha and beta,
Yeah.
alpha male, beta male.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, from my understanding, what an alpha male and what a beta male is, basically like one's a leader, one's a follower, right? The alpha male is a leader, beta male
Yeah.
is like his henchman,
Yeah.
like looks up to the alpha male follower type nigga.
Right.
And all my life, I never really felt like I fit either one of those, right? Like to me, an alpha male, like
Right.
I can be a leader. I don't like it's not something that I want to do or you know,
Right.
it's not something that I search for. And then I'm
Right.
definitely not a follower. I'm a very strong-minded person. So I'm far from a follower. But then I found
Brother, I think you're being a leader just by feeding your kids every day. Period.
absolutely, absolutely. Now I found out about this other type of male, right? It's called a sigma male. And I think that aligns more with my personality, right? Because the sigma male
Right.
is it's an alpha male, but he's like a lone wolf, right? He's like a he kind
Yeah.
of he kind of skips to the beat of his own tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not trying to lead
Yeah.
anybody, follow anybody, but he does everything that like how you mentioned. He's a provider, he's a protector.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a man, he's all that, but
Yeah.
just not super, you know, vocal or just out there like that.
Aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Kind of
Or
kind of
aggressive. Yeah, for sure.
kind of like more laid back and chill, but will fuck you up if you got
Yeah.
to. And like will get on your ass if you
Right.
got
For sure.
that kind of shit.
Get on your ass if you got to, for sure.
So that had me thinking as far as when we were talking about like male loneliness, there must be a lot of beta males out there or something like that. Cause like I just I don't know.
Beta is, I don't want to use the word weak, right? But that's kind of what it is, right?
That it kind of gives you that it denotes weakness. Yes. Like a cuck. like a beta to me is like a cuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're an easy pushover, basically, for sure.
I'm trying to think of like an example of who would be like a beta, who we consider a beta in like literary or fiction.
I can't even I can't even think of any personalities or any even basketball players that are betas, really. I think all basketball players are, for the most part, especially the starting five, have at least some kind of alpha or sigma tendencies for damn sure.
I would say so. I would say it's like honestly, I can't even like I
Yeah,
don't.
for sure.
You know what? I do have a friend. I don't say I don't even really have a friend or know anybody that's a beta, but I do know a dude that's a beta. I do know a dude that's a beta. I ain't gonna call him out, but I do know a dude that's a beta. Like his woman runs their household.
Yeah.
Like he has to get permission from her to
How
do
do you
stuff.
feel?
He her to do stuff. I'm like, that's cool. Like I understand, involving your lady in the decisions. You gotta do that kind of stuff. But certain things though, bro, it's like you just gotta man up and put your foot down, man.
You got to man up for sure. For sure.
Do you know any beta
Speaking
men?
of, I see a lot of them at the gym.
How you figure that?
They just are not the most masculine men. They don't have much muscle tone. it looks like they can't protect themselves or their property. They just are weak in stature, weak in muscle tone,
I don't I
weak
I don't
in
I don't I don't think a person's physical defines if they're alpha or beta. For instance,
oh,
I
for
got
sure, guys.
you know my cousin, you know Carl, right? You know my cousin,
Yeah,
little
yeah. I met him one time.
right, but you see
Sugar free, sugar free. If sugar free can come in a small version, it'd be him basically.
you see stature, right? But you wouldn't call him a
Yeah,
beta,
he's a little guy.
but you wouldn't call him a beta. Nigga's a pimp. Like nah, he
I wouldn't
definitely
call him. I wouldn't. I wouldn't call him an alpha either.
why not?
He permed his hair
So,
and wears it straight down. That's not really like
would
alpha to me.
would
Like,
you consider Snoop a alpha?
no, even with dreads, no.
Would
Why?
you
Because he's just not.
would you consider DJ Quick an alpha?
Never,
Why? Why not?
never. Are you serious? He doesn't have that physical. He doesn't look like he can protect himself against two men or even fight two men by himself. LeBron James to me is an alpha. Kobe Bryant,
So so
Michael Jordan,
your idea
obviously.
of alpha is based off of physical traits.
For sure, you have to have physical presence. For sure.
I don't think
Absolutely.
I
Mike
don't
Tyson. Oh,
I
for
don't
sure. How do you protect yourself?
I'm not a big dude. I protected myself my whole life
You said
against
what, brother?
against much bigger people than me. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
all that.
that's like alpha male.
But I'm not. But the people I've had to protect myself against have been bigger than me. So they would have been considered the
Yeah,
alpha.
for sure.
But I didn't lose. So that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
because they were bigger than you for sure.
Right.
Yeah, but
So
I also consider you a two for fighting.
but I'm saying though, based off what you've been saying though, off of physicality, everyone that I fought, you would consider an alpha over me. I would in the situation comparatively, I'd be
No,
the
no, 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 no. No, no,
because
no. I would
because
consider them I
that's
would
compared
consider them
to
cowards
my dude,
because they're bigger than you.
dude that outweigh me by like 100 something pounds.
That's what I'm saying. I would consider them cowards. Boxing has weight classes. Right. So why would somebody 200 pounds fight somebody 140 pounds? That doesn't make any sense. There's science in boxing. There has to be weight class. And I think not only is there a weight class, I think they even do like how long your arms stretch too, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Like
You're,
reach, 37 inches, 40 inches.
I mean,
So
yeah,
weight has to match.
that's all a factor, yeah, but not on the streets. That shit matters in boxing where you
No,
have
not increased. No, no.
no, that's what I'm saying. So
No,
all
I considered you an alpha because I considered you an alpha because you weren't backing down from a challenge when the average person your size and weight would have, and that would have been normal and smart and
but
intelligent
but that's my
even.
point though. So
Not about to let nobody.
I've never seen my cousin back down from no challenge like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's alpha tendencies. That's alpha. Yeah, that's alpha tendencies for sure. For sure. But usually when I think of an alpha, I just usually think of somebody who has a physical prowess and gotta have some kind of intelligence too, for sure. So Shaq's the alpha, right? Shaq's the
Man,
alpha. Kevin Garnett's the
no, no.
alpha, right?
He said they have to have some kind of intelligence, and he said Shaq's an alpha.
A little bit of intelligence. I'm gonna say Shaq has basketball IQ. That's I gotta give him that much. That's fair. He has basketball IQ. That's that's fair, David. Come on, I'm gonna give him that. It's fair. I gotta give him
for,
that.
for him to brand
And he
himself
has,
the way
huh?
he has, he's a fucking genius. But
Yeah, he's a good. Come on, it's IQ. Yeah,
yeah, nah. See, so
right. Because
my definition and understanding of an alpha is slightly different. I I understand the whole physique and the whole physical prowess as being a
because you could still be a 140 alpha for your weight class. So Floyd Mayweather is an alpha to all the other 5'8", 5'9", and 5'10" alphas. Not a 6'4", not a 6'6" alpha. Alpha in your weight class. Fair enough, for sure. Chimpanzees need to fight chimpanzees. Chimpanzees don't fight gorillas. That's fair. That's fair. That's
So
fair.
and so yeah, I understand
That's
what
fair.
you the the physical
Sugar Ray Robinson's an alpha. Allen Iverson, alpha alpha. Allen Iverson is an alpha alpha. He's two alphas. Put two in front of him. Alpha alpha. Two. Allen Iverson's alpha alpha. In his prime, he's two alphas for sure. For sure.
all right,
For
I'm
sure. That little man.
I'm gonna try to say one thing, bro. Let me
You
say
see what,
one.
brother?
I said, let me say one thing. I'm gonna try to say one thing. And so, to me, being an alpha is not just about physical prowess. It also has to do with, like you said, your intellect. I think has a lot to do with it. Your will. I think your will is a part of it. Your ability to be articulate. Like there's a lot that goes into it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for sure. You got to be articulate. For sure. For
Confident.
sure.
I mean,
For
confidence is a
sure.
key factor. There's a lot of ingredients I think that goes into being an alpha or a sigma or
Yeah, for
whatever.
sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You there? Okay. It blinked out for a sec.
Yeah. My mom was trying to call. I had to hang up real fast. Like, no, I'll talk to you later.
How is mom doing, man?
She's getting sicker. The diabetes is taking a toll on her. So she's
Uh,
coming to visit me in a couple more days.
is she
See her kid grand and stuff.
is she eating right?
And she can barely even eat now, hold down food. She's just getting sicker and sicker from the diabetes. She has a pump insulin. And that's the reason why I freak out so much about health. My grandmother was a diabetic that made my mom a diabetic. Right. I was blessed enough and fortunate enough to learn how to manipulate diabetes through diet and exercise. I was in my 40s when I realized not only is bread and chips not for any human consumption, right? But Black and brown people are neuromelanin and melanin. Our diet always has been since the beginning of time. Sunlight, yeah. Water, fruits, and vegetables. Nothing else.
Tell your mom, I give her my love. Tell her I say, hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, lastly, bro, we wanted to get on this whole. I know it's been a minute, but we weren't doing our podcast then, so we gonna talk about it now. Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty,
He's a civilian.
Snitching. What's your take on this? Tell me about like what you think. Tell me what you think about the whole situation.
Gucci,
You think Pooh Shiesty went about it the
I
right way?
think it's
He did. Do you think Gucci Man snitched? Do you think that snitching, like, do you think he's wrong for snitching if he did snitch and all that good stuff? Tell me your thoughts.
well, Pooh Shiesty was right and he was wrong. He was the record label was robbing him first. So on that on that note, he's not wrong, but he's not right. He could have went about it a little differently. That's my thing. Yeah.
Everybody, like, who's not getting robbed? What artist is not getting robbed? Every artist is getting robbed. That's a part of the game. Those fucking growing pains in
Pooh
the
Shiesty
industry.
needs to relax though. Like Pooh Shiesty needs to relax. Like, come on, you don't have a Billboard charting song. You don't have.
He did have a
You
Billboard
don't
chart.
have. What song is that? FDA. FDA. First
I
day
think
out. Fuck the feds. That song, right?
Back in Blood. I think Back in Blood was a charting song.
You know what? Fair enough. That was how many years ago?
I don't know, like 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's my point. Right.
Yeah, he just got out. He just got out. He made that. I think he made like a first day out song, like every other nigga makes. That was doing that. That was making a little noise, but he hadn't really put
Yeah,
nothing up.
yeah. He is he's not I can't even say a good rapper. He is okay at best. When he was at his best, he was doing those songs with Gucci Man. You know what I mean?
He's an okay rapper. He's okay. I, that
Barely.
that's a
Barely. It's
hard.
okay. Barely. T.I. sons are better than him. They don't at least talk about
Although
killing their
uh,
own kind. Money.
Demani,
Okay?
I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know. I don't know about King. I ain't really heard nothing from him, but Demani do he do his thing.
Yeah. Let King tell it. He's the toughest albino ever. he's the first el- he's the first tough albino. King's little albino ass. That little albino
Oh,
King. Mm,
as far
that
as
nigga's
far
albino.
as far like the whole Pooh Shiesty thing, like, so I just want people to understand this, right? So I understand street shit. You know what I mean? Like I've been out there. I get it. I get it. I get it. But you gotta understand when you're when you're dealing with getting signed, you're a businessman now. You're a business. You're a
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
You're you know what I mean? Like
Corporation for sure.
it goes back
Yeah,
to like it's about like when
for
Ti and Lil
sure.
went to jail for stupid ass shit. I think Ti went to jail for trying to buy semi-automatic guns or something like that. It's like, bro, you already are a charting artist. Get your homeboy to go
Yeah.
do that shit. If you still
Yeah.
want to be in the streets,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, but keep your
Yeah.
hands. Y'all niggas start moving like
For
bosses.
sure.
Y'all move like
Yeah,
y'all.
for sure.
Y'all gotta move like king, but they move like
Yeah.
y'all stupid. Just do stupid shit. That was stupid. Honestly, that was
Yeah,
stupid.
that was dumb.
And then when it comes to
Like,
Gucci Man,
why do you think we get away with that?
now if Gucci Man did snitch, I'm not gonna say even that he snitched, right? Because people don't understand when it comes to snitching. Snitching means that you are involved in a criminal activity, and in the commission of that criminal activity, you get caught. And in order to save yourself from getting a large amount of time or doing any jail time, you tell on people that were involved in the crime, or you tell on people that were on the
For
opposite.
sure.
That's snitching. That's snitching. Now, if you're just like you said, a civilian, which at this time, Gucci Man is a certified civilian. Since he got out of prison, he has been the model super civilian now, right? If you're a
For
civilian,
sure.
someone does a crime, especially that does a crime to you, and you talk to the police, that's called cooperating with the police. That's not snitching. That's called cooperating, or just stating
It's
facts.
called snitching.
That's not
Cooperating, it's snitching. It's snitching. But I'm not, hey, if I was Gucci, I probably would have told too. He's
cooperating
a
with the
businessman by this point.
exact same mistake I just explained. Snitching is when you're doing crime and you telling people to save yourself from being able to from going to prison. That's snitching. That's frowned upon because that's some
Yeah, for sure.
that's punk
For
shit.
sure.
But if your if your
For
if your
sure.
mom gets mugged and she tells the police, do you think that she deserved to get beat up for snitching?
No.
Because she told the police somebody mugged her and gave them a description of the
No.
person. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
she's
She's
a civilian, buddy.
mission crime. She's just cooperating with the
But
police. So how is that snitching?
Gucci already I understand rap is like WWE. So I get the whole you gotta build a character, right? Jay-Z's the drug dealer. Mac Dre was the pimp. Too Short was the pimp, right? I get it. All right.
Right.
Bone Thug were the thugs. So I
You
get that. But
yes.
Gucci's already made his career and living off of the personification of quote unquote a real nigga. So snitching can't be tolerated under no circumstance.
But
That's from
how is he snitching? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to clarify. There's a difference between snitching and cooperating with the police. If he was doing a crime, if him and
same
Pusheisty,
difference
how is it the same difference? I just
because
explained to you.
he's cooperating. He's
So
cooperating.
if mom cooperates with the police, she's a snitch.
She's a civilian.
So is Gucci.
He's already made songs
Wait.
talking about banding snitching.
That means you can't change your persona. You can't change who you are. You can't be like a pimp one year and then the next year you find God and become a preacher or a pastor. You can't you can't be a
That didn't work. That didn't work for MC Hammer or Mace. That won't. That didn't work for MC Hammer or Mace. How you start in the rap music
it worked
is
it
how
worked
you have to end.
for James. It worked for regular people. Just because those two examples didn't work, it worked for other people. My point is people have redefined who they are. People have reinvented them.
That's rebranding
People have,
rebranding for sure.
plenty of time. So how come Gucci Man can't reinvent himself? How come Gucci Man can't become a normal civilian? How come Gucci Man
because
he's a
of
yo, listen,
of
he's a
because of the lyrics he's already saying. The
CEO.
lyrics he's already saying. Before he got
Here,
robbed, he was before he got robbed, he was talking about killing and robbing himself.
he's a CEO. He's running a business. So
I
should
understand that
that's what I'm saying.
for
That's what
sure.
I'm
I get that.
so now that he's running a business, he's in the corporate world. He can't do that same
For sure.
ignorant shit.
For sure. For
But
sure he can't.
he should have.
But what I'm saying is, but here's the but.
Wait.
He's
Let me
already built his fan base
let me
off
ask
this.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Wait.
Before he got robbed. Okay, go ahead.
Kabir.
He made a diss song about NBA YoungBoy talking about killing him and shit like that. Are you serious? What I'm saying is the reason why Gucci already made a songs, hundreds of songs saying snitching is forbidden.
I know,
Before he
but
got robbed, go
Kabir,
look at his last song he dropped. That's what I'm saying. Before he got robbed,
Kabir. We've established that though. We've established that he was that, right? But what I'm saying is a person can't reinvent himself. You said that a person can reinvent himself. So if he can reinvent himself, how come you're still persecuting him for the person that he was?
because it's because he has to keep up with the same
So then
imagery. He can't rebrand himself. And he did rebrand himself by getting in shape. He rebranded himself by getting in shape. He rebranded himself by being
but
more well spoken in interviews.
brand himself in one way. He can only brand himself in one way. He's limited to
Huh?
just one. He's limited to just one rebranding. Is that what you're saying? He can only rebrand himself in one way.
He's already made he's already made music specifically talking about killing and robbing his own kind. He cannot go to the police now. He just put out a song talking about killing and dissing people.
Here, please listen to me, bro. Listen to me. So he made music about
I'm
killing and robbing.
listening to you.
Wait, listen. He made music about killing and robbing. Is that right? Is that a good thing?
Yes.
That's a good thing.
It's a
Killing.
business thing. So I'm not no, it's not good because he's only talking about killing and robbing his own kind. That's my
But
point.
listen to me. He made it. He made music about killing and robbing. That's a bad thing, right? That's not a good thing. That's not something that he should be
Right.
promoting to the community and to his people. However, you're telling me,
Only
wait. You're telling me that you want him to keep doing that negative shit instead of doing something more positive and rebranding himself. You want him to continue to push that negative shit on our community. That's what you're saying. You want him to
if
continue
he
to push that ignorant,
I don't want him to do that, but that's what he's done.
but
And if he tries to create any kind of different
that's
music, he's gonna go flop.
if he's trying to do something different and you're saying that he can't do that because he's already made music about killing and shit like that. You're not letting him be a different person. Like that's what's messed up. How can people become better people when people like you are saying that they can't? They're saying you're saying that he has to stay the same. He has to stay the same ignorant ass nigga doing the same ignorant ass shit. He can't grow up. He can't mature. He can't be a better person.
He already signed the contract to this. He already sold his soul to this.
What's your point?
Right before he got robbed, he was already screaming robbing people.
So
I
he
love
can't
Gucci.
he can't be a that's my point though. He can't become a better person. Yeah, he did that before. When I was young, I did some foul shit, bro. That I wish I could atone for. That I am atoning for.
Right,
That I'm doing things to try to be better from what I was. So are you telling me that I
right.
can't on myself? I can't try to be a better person?
You can.
So because
Absolutely, but you didn't sign musical contracts that
hey,
tell you to put in certain lyrics. He has to talk
you
about
don't know
these
what that
things.
man, you don't know what that man signed.
No, is this microphone on? No, they sign contracts.
You're making an assumption, but I
They
know
they
I contract, but you don't know what's in the contract. That's my point. You don't know what his contract says.
it's along the lines of you have
You
to
don't know
promote
you can't. It's not a law.
prison
Nothing. You don't know what his contract says.
for sure. Yeah, you have to promote a certain music that fuels
You
that
don't know
drives the prison system for sure.
that
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a contract? Have you ever seen an industry contract? Have you ever tried to sign? Have you ever almost signed a contract? Do you have a friend that signed a contract and has told you this?
Nah, but when I used to
Well,
work at Thomas Jefferson in California, I was just like, look at little law contracts and shit like that, like the books in Thomas Jefferson, you know?
I do know that's a law contract. We're talking about a music label contract.
No, 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 no. I no, I haven't seen his individual personal contract, but I know in the contract he has to talk about certain things,
How
such
do you
as
know?
drugs,
How,
alcohol,
how do you
because
know?
it fuels the prison. Because music industries and private prisons are one and the same. Music industries and private prisons are one and the same. Music industries have ties to private prisons.
How do you
They
know that?
invest in them.
How do you? I do believe that, but how do you know that?
Crazy Bone came out and did a interview on it. I can't think of the interview
I saw
off
it.
the top of my head, but all you do is type crazy. All you
Doesn't
do is type Crazy Bone in
I
music
saw
contracts. Music industry.
I saw that interview, but he doesn't have any proof either.
Yeah,
He's just talking.
he's in the music industry. That's all the proof you need.
So so
It's
what is
messed
it?
up, isn't it?
He
Messed
wasn't.
up, huh?
He he doesn't know anyone that was at that meeting. That's what I'm saying. I've heard of that meeting too. I've heard of, everybody's heard of that meeting, but no one can actually say that that's true.
Future is 45. Future is 45 years old, and I just heard him on Drake's new song. I can't even remember how I got here. I took so many pills and drugs, I can't even remember how I made it here. Yeah, I'm on so many pills, I can't remember how I made it here. Yeah, Iceman fell. Yeah, Iceman turned. Hannah Montana. That song, I can't think of the song,
You know, I don't
but
listen. I don't
he's
listen.
40 something.
No.
He's 40 something years old, still talking about pills, popping pills. I
Because
don't think he does.
but no, but that's because just like with what you were saying with Gucci Man, that's what he came in under. That's his lifestyle.
And it's in the contracts too.
Pills
It's in
and doing drugs. Even though he doesn't do them himself like that, he puts that on the youngsters like that. Nah, that's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
but what you're
yeah.
saying is with the whole Gucci Mane thing is that instead of him coming to a realization that that's the wrong thing to be doing, and maybe coming out and not even saying that it's wrong, but just not pushing that like that no more. You're saying that he has to keep doing that because he already did it.
And he already took the money. He already took the money. He already is in debt to the label.
So
Why do you
what?
think he has to sign
So
acts?
what?
The show
But
must go on then.
point is, Kabir, even if he did take the money, right? That still doesn't mean that he can't change his mind or do something different. So what, he took the money.
He is controlled by the label. He does not write or sign his own checks. Universal gives him a check, and then he cashes that check, puts it in his bank account, and you know what he does after he takes their money and puts it in his account? Then he turns around and writes a check to somebody else. I get it. I understand it. I'm
That's
not.
how
I
works.
understand it.
That's how money works. We understand that. But
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with a person being able to transform their life.
In contingencies of him taking X amount of dollars, you put the number on it. There's contracts you can do and can't do certain things. And on top of that, his wife is his handler, dude. Period.
Kabir, I don't think you're understanding, right? So even if he did sign the contracts, right? He signed the contracts
His
and
wife's his handler.
say he signed the contracts and the contract did say that you have to sell poison, you have to push poison on your community and all this bullshit that you're saying. But he decides, but he decides a year down the line that that's not what he wants to do. He can with his own will not do it. Even though the contract says that, he can decide not to do it. That's my point. Just because the contract says something
Yeah, that's fair.
doesn't mean that the contract operates your body and mind and makes you do things that you don't want to do. So just because a person has a contract
Yeah,
doesn't
but
change their mind or change their who they are.
no, what I'm saying is if he doesn't fulfill the contract and hold up his end, they'll freeze his assets in his accounts.
Possibly, or kill him.
No, there's no possibly. Ask the real little Kim, okay? If you can find the real little Kim, ask her. She'll tell you. They
No,
killed
I
the real little Kim even.
here because we don't like I said, this is all conjecture. We're making this shit up out the blue. So that's a possibility. Like
That's
I said,
not the real little Kim.
that's why I said they could kill, clone. They all I know their tactics. Yeah,
Why can't I go into a laboratory right now and download your consciousness and put in a new body?
for one, because you don't know where to find a damn laboratory.
But nonetheless, I could still transfer your consciousness into another body and vice versa.
That is impossible. How could you do
Through
that?
techniques of I don't know I don't know the scientific
But you just said it can be done.
correct procedure.
How do you know?
They
How do
could
you
be
know?
done through a form of almost like downloading,
I know. Okay,
like
but
programming.
how do you know that can be done?
It's like programming.
I know. I know what it's like.
I don't know the yeah, yeah. But I don't know the specifics like intricate details, but I know it's like a simulation program like downloading.
That's what I'm saying though. But like, what is like that? Where are you getting this information? What are you talking about? There's a lab. Where's the
I'm
lab at?
just
What kind of technology do they
I'm just
have?
saying that what I'm saying is they can alter a person's consciousness and even
I
wipe
know.
out memory or put
I know you
projections into your
keep saying that they can do that. My question is how? How do you now? And if you don't
in
know how, listen.
implanting
Tell me how you got.
implanting a chip, implanting a chip,
Huh?
implanting a chip in your brain, implanting like a microscopic chip in your brain, a little microscopic chip, a
Kabir, I think
tiny little microscopic chips.
you be making shit
Huh?
up as you. You be making shit up as you
I'm
go.
I'm being sick. I'm
Wait, wait.
talking about downloading
Oh,
consciousness and transferring
at
consciousness.
first,
Real
at first,
shit. I'm just saying.
at first, like they could download your mind into another person. Then you're like, oh, it's a chip. Nigga, you just pulling shit out your ass,
No, what I'm
nigga.
saying, what I'm saying is just like you can, it's like a hard drive, right? Your brain is like a hard drive. What I'm
Okay,
saying is they can implement like a little chip and download your consciousness and
where
upload consciousness.
Kabir, where did you hear this? Where did you hear that they can make a chip to download your consciousness? And then if they download your consciousness, where are they downloaded? What are they downloading it for? Are they going to put it into a new body?
Well, I'm saying that's like that's what they're working on basically, like
Oh, that's
trying to
what they're.
transfer consciousness, trying to work on trying to work on like making pop stars, making humans, lab grown. China's already making lab grown humans in China right now.
I believe
China
that.
is doing it right now.
I believe they're working on stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think
They're
I don't
having right now robots with amniotic fluid that can deliver babies.
say it again.
They have in China robots having amniotic fluid that are holding babies, like
You know,
incubators, basically.
yeah, right. I thought that because I don't know how to say that shit, but amniotic fluid is what
Yeah,
is is what's in the womb, right? In the sac that helps form the
right,
baby.
right,
So if
right,
they can recreate that solution, maybe if someone can
right.
like submerge themselves in that solution, it had healing properties, or maybe like
That's
use.
fair. Just like there's something called, I know you've heard of it, stem cell therapy.
I've heard of stem cell research. Yeah,
Right. So instead of you break your leg, right, and it usually takes I don't know how long, ever long it takes to heal, right? Like maybe what, I don't know, 6 weeks or no, probably longer than a couple months, right? 4 months, right? With stem cell therapy, it takes half the time in theory.
that's a good thing.
And in theory, and that's in theory, maybe what LeBron is getting some of. That's why he's still able to play at 41 and 42. And if he wanted to play until probably 45, you probably could. Like he still looks good on the basketball court. Yes, he's slower, but he's still strong.
He's slower, doesn't jump
And
as
he can
high.
still pass. No, 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 no. He doesn't jump as high, but
It
still jumps high enough to dunk
doesn't
on people.
he doesn't have good lateral motion. He can't play defense, which is important,
No.
especially if you're talking
Oh,
about
for
win.
sure. He's played against 40% of all the NBA players that ever existed, I think. No, real shit though.
I mean, he's played in what, 3 decades. I mean, I could believe that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or 2 decades, but almost
yeah,
3. Yeah, Nah, but he's
yeah.
definitely he's
Physical therapy.
kind of helped to maintain this level of
They're
performance.
they're trying to create super soldiers too. Oh, for sure.
You're trying to create super, yeah, I know that. They already kinda done that with, they have this, like, this this exo bodysuit that they have soldiers wear that makes them stronger and helps them run a little faster and shit like that.
That for sure. And if I can inject you with something that blocks out fear, that's mind altering. Right. If I can inject you with something that boosts up adrenaline, that's already mind altering. Right. That's already tampering with your consciousness.
Well,
So I
yeah,
can
they
do that with adrenaline alone.
well, they've been working on stuff like that with, like, LSD and shit. So, like, mind altering is different, yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Yeah.
down you were talking about downloading consciousness, right? That's
Yeah,
different, bro.
for sure. Injecting a chip and then comes some kind of sonar keeping track of frequencies of your wave patterns and then able to take those wave patterns somehow and decode that into words. Like taking your wave patterns of your thoughts and slowing that down. I don't know how to do it.
I would say, as far as, like, your consciousness, you're talking about downloading your consciousness, I don't even think that's possible,
Yeah.
bro. I don't think that's possible.
I don't think that possibly, but I think they can download like bits and pieces of like your personality. Like different parts of the brain have different functions, right? So I'm thinking that they could like enhance the functions or manipulate the functions. Right.
Possibly. I believe they are working on ways to
Because
manipulate
because
personality
we
trait.
already know that as black people in the urban community, we've already been under MK Ultra, mind control,
No
through
shit.
genocide, through rap
MK
music.
Ultra, fucking
Yeah, for sure. And that's a form of controlling somebody's consciousness. Right, that's what I'm saying. And that's a form of controlling somebody's conscious, mind altering
bro, you're bouncing around. You said
frequency.
you went from downloading consciousness to controlling consciousness to mind altering.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like it's all like in the same quantum field. That's I guess that's what my point I'm trying to make. It's all within like the same quantum field of like manipulating or controlling human emotions or controlling humans. Like downloading consciousness. So if I sit your son and my son in front of a rap video all day, all day, all day, all day, I'm already downloading consciousness to them. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
so
saying.
but that's just that's natural. That's just natural life, right? You
Right.
learn from observation. You learn from your environment and things you see. So if you're
Right.
checking into the same thing over and over, yeah, it's gonna program. It's gonna have an effect. If they keep seeing
Yeah. Yeah.
man beating a woman, you know what I mean? They're gonna think, oh, well, that's what I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
for
do.
sure.
Well, yeah. So yeah,
For
of course,
sure. For sure.
yeah,
I'm just saying that when I say download consciousness, like they can like put a chip in your brain and pretty much from the other side of the computer screen, almost like determine your next behavior.
yeah. I could see that. I could see that. But that's all the time we got today, man. See you next time, bro.
Yeah, for sure, Broly.